I think it's really interesting tonight the way the message seems to be so similar. It just comes in slightly different languaging or different forms, but our message is going to be a little bit similar, presented differently. We co-founded the Invisible College 2 or 3 years ago as a vehicle for our work. Under that umbrella, well, we do Jen does her channeling of Min, we do healing sessions together, and we do workshops. The centerpiece of the Invisible College, the center structure I think, is the channeling of Min. And for those of you who don't know of Min, Min is a being, an energy who was pre-Egypt, and we discovered last year was actually an Egyptian god, and is on the walls in Egypt. A lot of the information, or nearly all the information that we present in our elemental workshops. He
doesn't like it.
He doesn't like it. He didn't like the pyramids either. A lot of the information in the elemental workshop, or the new workshop we're doing about finding your way home, come from Min and from Min's channeling. I'll just hand you over some information from the person who is walking, talking Min.
After dropping my bundle, and I'd just like to thank Robin Smart to allow me, with a smile on my face, to say the world is ending as we know it. That was wonderful. And the world is ending as we know it actually means our perception of the world is changing as we know it. And just to fill people in who don't know about Min, he turned up at 8 o'clock one morning. It was actually Peter's birthday in 2005 in a visitation. I've never had one before and I've never had one since. His work is quite different in that he's here to teach us how to be human. And who here, and I'll be surprised if everyone didn't put up their hand, feels they're at a crossroads in their life, not wanting to do what they've done in the past, but don't know what they want to do. Feeling like you've got one foot nailed to the floor, going, I'm not happy in this old world, but how the hell do I get into the new one? It's of course surrender, and everyone's been talking about surrender this evening. It's also about, the very first thing we need to do is not judge ourselves. Because Min has taught judgment is the foundation of all disease and all suffering. Now, as a humanity, we're coming to the end of the illusion of separation, and it's the illusion of separation that has caused our suffering. And probably one of the most important messages from Min is that he is actually saying the reverse of a lot of teachings, and that is, we are masters. We've had the courage to put ourselves into such fragile things as human suits, to allow God to experience itself through 5 senses. Now, I've spoken to Min a lot. They don't have an emotional suit like we do. They don't have an emotional body. We've been taught by the powerless ones who are trying to keep the masses under control that to have an emotional body is a weakness, to display an emotional body is a weakness. Now, who here can say they actually still have control over their emotional body? Not many people. You can go through a range of emotions in 5 minutes. You'll go through a range of emotions in a day. Your emotions actually are guideposts to show you where you are unplugged from your divine intelligence, being your soul. We are moving from the old world of living in the head to the ancient world, not a new world. We are going from the old back into the ancient world of allowing our intuition to guide us day by day. Now, all the presenters here tonight are basically saying the same thing, that we have to now, there's an urgency to remember the truth that we are all one. So that if I criticize or hurt you, I'm doing it to myself. Now, it's a very simple principle, but it's very hard to put into practice when we are living, basically at the moment, in the insane asylum of the universe, which is planet Earth. I was told by Min several years ago that you will see people go into madness. What is happening now is we cannot control our emotional bodies. if we do not allow our emotional bodies to express themselves, they are going to create disease. And I'm sure all of you are seeing and hearing of a lot of people who are suddenly getting ill, whether it be mental, emotionally, or physically. We cannot keep a lid on it anymore. But if we can remember that we are the pioneers of God experiencing itself, in other words, God being love, love is experiencing itself through the human temple so that we may see love, touch love, smell love, hear love, be love. Now that physical manifestation of love is what we call human nature and Mother Nature. And we are the only beings in existence, and I trust men implicitly, that have this gift of 5 senses to experience love at such a depth and such an awesome consciousness that we need to start seeing ourselves not at the bottom of the spiritual ladder, but actually not the top, because that again is an idea of separation. But we are at the cutting edge of God experiencing itself like it never has before. Now, how we do this can also be through elemental medicine, which we have just come back from Sydney last night. We've run elemental medicine course down there 3 times this year already. We've been asked back in January. We're running an elemental medicine course here on the coast. And what it's teaching you is you are not going to have time to be out there where everything is polluted, your food's polluted, your air's polluted, your earth's polluted.
Your bodies are polluted.
Bodies are polluted, minds are polluted. But in the truth of oneness, Min has given us techniques where you can access any frequency of energy, whether it be a herb, a crystal, sitting in your cupboard under the stairs at home. Okay? We are all one energy. We are made up of the same stuff as Mother Earth. She is our most powerful tool for transformation to keep ourselves strong, because my understanding of 2012 is please don't wait till then. The powerless ones, it's like the year 2000. We were told all the computers were going to crash, all this fear was fed out to human beings. It is now being fed again. It is no different to the change of the century. 2012 is here now, and it is simply a shift in consciousness from the head into the heart. And the more you can be present and in detached awareness of yourself, because when we judge ourselves, we magnetize that energy, that judgment to us. And Min has taught there are 4 basic energetic patterns that every human being needs to come into alignment with, and that is abuse, abandonment, denial, and betrayal. And these sit within certain chakras of the body. Now, all of those energies are actually divine messengers and angels alarming us to where we have unplugged from the truth of what we are. So when we thank abuse, we thank someone abusing us, we thank people abandoning us, denying us, betraying us, all they're doing, in fact, is unconsciously coming into our magnetic world, because we hold these magnets, trying to show us where we have abused, abandoned, denied, and betrayed ourselves. So if I was going to say anything, the moment we become fully responsible for everything we create in our world, it's what's going to give you your freedom. You have, again, been told by the powerless ones, responsibility is a burden, is a stress. It's actually the opposite, because responsibility is truth, is responding to your abilities as a soul. The other thing I'd say is my whole 25 years as a clairvoyant has been, what's my life purpose? I have suddenly come to the realization the main life purpose we all have in common is one thing: we've come here to experience ourselves as human beings. And that is a full-time job. So don't let anyone tell you that you're a mere human being. This is mastership you are doing. And I just want to finish with something Min said in Glastonbury, and Peter's going to take you through some elemental medicine. We were in Glastonbury last year and presented Min, and are going back again next year, and this is something he said to the people in Glastonbury in England. You are coming into extremely tense times upon your planet, when only the truth shall remain. The truth of you is that you exist as love. Any other false concept is going to put you into damage control, and much of humanity is already trying to control the damage that is now happening beyond their control. So people, please release control, surrender to the divine intelligence of your soul.
So while you're surrendering, your stuff is coming up. So you can thank it, acknowledge it, and use all these various techniques of ours and the previous presenters to allow this stuff to come up. Because we're of the planet. The planet's doing the same thing. The planet's got volcanoes and flooding and earthquakes and things like this happening all over it, and so have we. So instead of trying to keep the lid on and struggling against it, just allow and say, well, thank you. This is eons of time I've accumulated this stuff. The time is now to release it, to stop it causing me disease. And I will take you through a short visualization before we run out of time. So if you can just put your feet on the ground, please. Close your eyes. Take some slow breaths in through your nose and in through your mouth. If you can't hear me, I'll have to get closer to Jennifer's boobs, but if I get too close, you won't hear me at all. 2 minutes. Are you extending? Settling yourself in the seat. This will have to be quick. Consciously be aware of your base chakra and a portal or a vent or a tunnel going down to the center of the earth. Take yourself down into the center of the earth and bring up the energy of Mother Earth in the form of infrared. Bring it up through that tunnel, through that portal, and into your feet, and then up through your body. Now this infrared can take away pain, it can take away disease. Do with it what you will. Bring it up. Visualize it coming up. Maybe it'll heal your knee. Maybe it'll adjust your hip. Maybe it'll fix the soft tissue around your hip. Bring it up through the chakras. Maybe you'll see the colors as the chakras light up with this infrared energy from Mother Earth. See them spinning. Feel them spinning. See the red, then the orange and the yellow as the energy moves up through your torso and into your heart. Feel it moving up your fingers and into your shoulders. Feel this infrared allowing your muscles to relax and regenerate. Almost a big let go, a sigh. Bring the energy up through your throat, through your head. Maybe see the indigo of the crown, of the third eye, and then the violet of the crown. Take this energy that you brought from the center of the earth through every particle of your being and then out through your head. Imagine yourself in a ball of light. Go out into the universe. See the stars and the planets. Now I want you to select a star, a bright star. It can be any color. Bring that star back down through the crown chakra and into the center of your brain. Inside the center of your brain, this star will explode with energy and light to all parts of your brain, cleaning your pituitary and your pineal of the chemicals and the fluoride. See the energy in your brain going backwards and forwards from the right side to the left side, dissolving any illusion of separation. This energy in the center of your brain is making your brain whole. It's in every part, at any moment. This energy is all through your brain, both sides, left and right, right and left, down the brain stem, through the frontal lobe. Feel your brain tingling with energy, alive and connected and whole. Now bring this star, bring it down from your brain, bring its energy into your heart. This starlight is in your heart. At this moment, make the invocation to the sun. The fact the sun's not shining here at the moment doesn't matter. This is the sun of your imagination, the sun that you can connect with. Invoke the cosmic radiation frequencies of the sun and take them in through your heart. These are special frequencies, cosmic radiation of the sun. Feel it going into your heart, opening your heart. Stay in your heart. Gently staying in your heart, come back to the room, wriggle your feet and your fingers. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Staying in your heart. Is that it? Thank you very much.